Politics right now in the UK is a bit of a headache, but don't let that put you off from voting. As long as you are 18 or over on the day of the election, you are eligible to vote. And if that's you, you just need to follow these quick and simple steps to make your voice heard. Step 1, register to vote. To be eligible to vote, you need to register here. Follow this link here to register now. From there, you'll be asked a series of questions which will enable you to get on the electoral roll. Don't worry, that should only take about 5 or 6 minutes max. There'll be a couple of things they're going to ask for: your name, your address, and your national insurance number. They're also going to want to know whether you intend to go to your polling station, or if you can't make it in person, whether or not you can do it by post. Once registered, you'll receive your polling card a few days before the election on June the 8th. Remember, on that polling card is going to have your polling station. Make sure you check that and head down to that station on June the 8th. If you voted before, skip step 1. If you've already voted in an election or the EU referendum, all your details will be already stored, so you won't need to register. If you've moved or changed your address for whatever reason, make sure you log on to and register your new address here. Step 4, election day, vote. On June the 8th, make sure you head down to your polling station. Once you arrive, you'll be greeted by a couple of people sitting at a desk. They're going to ask you to confirm your name and address so they can tick you off the electoral register. So the polling staff will hand you a ballot paper. On that ballot paper is all the names of the parties and the MPs. You're going to go into that booth and you're going to make a selection of who you would like to see in Parliament. As soon as you've made your selection, you're going to put it in the private secure box and come out of the booth. Once you are out of that booth, give yourself a little round of applause because you voted and your voice has been heard. If for some reason you can't make it down to the polling station on June the 8th, whether it's a medical reason, disability, a bereavement in the family, you can apply for a proxy vote up until 5 p.m. on the day of the election. If you apply for that by 5 p.m, you'll be able to send someone else on your behalf to make the vote that you want. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and listening on these top tips on how to vote. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Feel free to comment on the video, things that you've enjoyed, things that you've learned. But if I've missed any tips out, what tips have you got? What have you found useful? Make sure you add them to the comments as well. Good luck with June the 8th and happy voting.